For the last 78 years, we've watched some of the greatest moments in NBA history.
Chamberlain makes it 101-99. They set up their strategy. Watch the rebound. This is the thing that brought the house down.
5, the Busher shoots. Hit with 3 seconds to go. 2 seconds, 1 second. West throws it up. He makes it. West throws it up and makes it.
5 seconds to go. Matches with a hook shot. 4 for 2. Malone is doubled. They swat at it and steal it. Here comes Chicago. 17 seconds. 17 seconds from Game 7. World Championship number 6. Jordan. Open. Chicago with the lead. Bryant with the save. Right shot. Final seconds. Bryant for the win. They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry! With 6/10 of a second remaining. Curry drives. Hot inside. No shot. Listen. Rebound taken by Iguodala. Iguodala to Curry. Back to Iguodala. Up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. Jokic just gets it off in time. It's up. Oh, it's good. Of course it goes in. Jokic from downtown. Anthony Davis just stares at him. Murray makes the move. The Nuggets have won.
But what if we went back and did it all over again?
Today is the year 1956. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of NBA 2K History Resimulation here on 2K25. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. If you are, hit that like button. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Those things really helps out the channel. Hitting that like button really helps out this channel, and, you know, it helps the YouTube algorithm and gets these videos shared and whatnot. So if you guys want to support this channel, that's the best way to do so. And comment down below, what are you guys looking forward to most as we enter the Bill Russell era, as Bill Russell will be drafted here in the 1956 NBA draft. But if you guys missed the last episode, the New York Knicks just beat the Rochester Royals to win their 3rd championship in, 6 years, I believe. And then Vern Michelson won MVP last season, so we'll see what happens this upcoming year as we will take a look at retirements. A couple of guys retire: Kenny Sailors, Bob Furyk, Don Carlson, Bob Dole. We've got a couple of retirements which should help out the league, because I think we have too many players for the amount of teams. We only have 8 teams right now, so I think that's kind of the issue right now. But smaller draft classes, you know, and obviously players starting to retire will definitely help out. Here in the 1956 NBA draft, the Fort Wayne Pistons actually had the worst record in the league. They went from winning an NBA title to being the worst team in the NBA. Paul Arizin had another great year, but just couldn't win games for whatever reason, so they have the first overall pick. And with that first overall pick, Bill Russell is headed to the Pistons to team up with Paul Arizin. Kind of insane. Paul Arizin, I believe, is 28. I checked earlier. I think he's 28. So he's still in his prime. We'll see what happens. With the second overall pick, the Syracuse Nationals select Casey Jones. And with the third overall pick, the Minneapolis Lakers select Tom Henson. At 4, the now St. Louis Hawks select Willie Knowles. At 5, the Philadelphia Warriors select Jim Paxson. And at 6, the New York Knicks take Cy Green. On to free agency, and no teams should not be able to sign any real player in season or off season. So what was happening is some guys just weren't getting signed in free agency. because we have too many players for the 8 teams. And so they were signing mid-season with the no teams. So I've made it so that in the settings, the no teams cannot sign any free agents in the offseason or in season. But that just means that some players won't play in the league. So that's just the reality of it. Yeah, I mean, there's less players in these drafts. So, and players are starting to retire. So we should kind of get back to normal. But it's just how it's going to be for a little bit. So the players, and again, money might be I don't think money is a problem. I think it's just space on teams. I'm pretty sure that's really the only problem right now. So not a lot has happened in free agency. Now you can see that there are offers. So some of these guys will be signing. They just won't be signing right away. But Frank Selvey, he will re-sign with the Nationals. Pettit re-signs with the Warriors. Shu re-signs with Boston. Polson goes to Boston. And Skoog heads to Boston as well. Paul Arizin is back on top. He wins his 3rd MVP in 4 years, 33 points per game, 11.5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. He's dominating the league. Bill Russell wins Rookie of the Year, 15, 9, and 2, nearly 2 blocks and a steal per game. Frank Ramsey wins 6th Man of the Year, averaging 17 and 6. George Mikan, another Defensive Player of the Year. That's what, 6, 7, 8 DPOYs for George Mikan. Maurice Stokes wins Most Improved, 21, 11, and 4 with the Nationals there. Paul Arizin just continues to dominate the league. The Royals, though, won 59 games. All NBA first team goes to Bob Cousy, Carl Braun, Paul Arizin, Bob Pettit, George Mikan. However, George Mikan is out for the next 1 to 2 weeks due to a torn right MCL. And he's only out for another 1 to 2 weeks? Okay. Interesting. How many games did he play? He played 71. Interesting healing ability there. All NBA second team: Frank Selvey, Dick Rote, Maurice Stokes, Jack Coleman, and Arnie Risen. All NBA third team got Andy Phillip, Bobby Wanzer, Harry Gallatin, Jack Molinas, and Bill Russell. All defensive first team got Carl Braun, Bobby Wanzer, Jack Molinas, Bob Pettit, and George Mikan. And all defensive second team got Frank Selvey, Andy Phillip, Paul Arizin, Harry Gallatin, and Arnie Risen. Paul Arizin led the league in scoring with 33 points per game. Bob Cousy was second with 32. Then there was a big drop-off. Pettit only averaging 23.8 is third. George Mikan led the league in rebounds with 12. And Melchor led the league in assists with 11. 2 steals per game led the league by Bill Gabber. And Mikan led the league in blocks per game with 2.9. So let's head to the playoffs here. And we'll take a look at these teams. The Minneapolis Lakers, the 1 seed in the West, with Richie Reagan, Bill Gabber, Cliff Hagan, Jack Coleman, and Arnie Risen. They'll take on the 4-seeded St. Louis Hawks with Bob Cousy, Larry Hennessy, Jack Twyman, Larry Faust, and Joe McName. And for the 2 seed and 3 seed, we got the Royals and the Fort Wayne Pistons. The Royals with Don Sutterledge, Fred McKinney, Schindeker, Harry Gallatin, and Chuck Scher. They'll take on the Pistons with Gene Melchor, Chuck Noble, Paul Arizin, Wally Osterkorn, and Bill Russell. In the East, we got the Celtics versus the Nationals. For the Celtics, we got Gene Shue, Carl Braun, Jim Pollard, Nat Clifton, and Mark Workman. For the Nationals, got Fred Scolari, Frank Selvey, Fred Shaws, Maurice Stokes, Red Morrison. And then on the other side of the bracket, we got Philly versus New York. Philly with Dick Rote, Bob Davies, Chuck Cooper, Alex Sandham, and Bob Pettit. And for the Knicks, got Andy Phillip, Bobby Wanzer, Scotty Stiegel, Jack Molinas, Marcel Sorrentine, Leo Barnhorst. Obviously, no George Mikan as he is out. Bud Palmer is also injured. So the Knicks going through quite a bit of injuries. I'll be shocked if they beat Philly. So let's get on to the conference finals. The Philadelphia Warriors have been eliminated. The Knicks beat the Warriors. It doesn't matter. They might have gotten George Mikan back. The Royals are eliminated. The Nationals and the Minneapolis Lakers, the 1 seed in the West, gets eliminated. Wow. two upsets in the West, the Royals and the Lakers. The Royals will not be getting back to the NBA Finals. And we've got the Celtics versus the Knicks. I'm curious, did he wasn't there in game 2? No. They beat him without George Mikan. Wow. All right. Well, he's still not back. So I'm not sure when he will be back, but that's a big advantage for the Celtics. We've got another great NBA Finals. It's going to be the New York Knicks and the Fort Wayne Pistons. These two teams faced off in the finals just 2 years ago in the 55 NBA Finals, where the Pistons beat the Knicks in 6 games, and Paul Arizin won his second Finals MVP in 3 years. Will it be once again Paul Arizin, or will it be George Mikan? Now remember, the Pistons were the worst team in the NBA last year. They drafted Bill Russell. They paired Paul Arizin with Bill Russell. It gets him back to the NBA Finals. Let's take a look at the starting lineups here. For the Pistons, you got Gene Melchior, Chuck Noble, Paul Arizin, Wally Osborne, Bill Russell. For the Knicks, you got Andy Phillip, Bobby Wanzer, Leo Barnhorst, Jack Molinas, and George Mikan, down to an 89 overall. The veteran trying to win one more championship. He has 4 Finals MVPs, 5 NBA titles, trying to win his 6th in his career. Here we go. Game number 1 between the Pistons and the New York Knicks. The Pistons up by 3 after 1. However, the Knicks have taken the lead into the second half, back and forth into the fourth quarter. It's a close game, down to 2 minutes here. It's a 5-point lead for the Knicks. Can the Pistons make this a 1-possession game? I don't think so. That's gonna do it. The New York Knicks win game 1 at home, 88-83. George Mikan with 19, 7, and 5. Phillip with 16 and 7. Wanzer with 16, 7, and 9. Barnhorst with 12. Paul Arizin 28, 9, and 4. The rookie though, Bill Russell, 4.7 rebounds, 3 blocks. Struggled against George Mikan. I mean, that's a big matchup, right? Bill Russell versus George Mikan. The rookie versus the veteran. On to game number 2 between the Pistons and Knicks, still in New York. The Knicks with the 1-point lead after 1, a 12-point lead at the half, and still up by double digits, and New York's going to win easily. 102-87. Jack Molinas with 22 and 8. Mikan with 19, 7, and 5. Phillip with 18, 7, and 8. 14, 8, and 9 for Wanzer. Arizin at 24, 15, and 6. Bill Russell again struggling. The New York Knicks have taken a 2-0 series lead. On to game number 3 we go. Now in Fort Wayne, up by 8 are the Pistons. At the half, they're up by 15. Here come the Knicks, though, making it a close game. Down to less than 5 minutes, the Knicks have taken the lead. Now down to a minute 43. It's an 8-point lead for the New York Knicks, and that will do it. The New York Knicks have taken a 3-0 series lead. Phillip with 30 and 7. Mikan with 24, 8, and 9. Molinas with 20 and 7. Bill Russell finally had his best game of the finals, but 4 turnovers. Didn't do much defensively. Mikan still had 24, 8, and 9 on 11 of 19 shooting. And the Knicks take a 3-0 series lead. On to game 4. Will the Pistons get swept? Now it's just a matter of when the Knicks win. Unless the Pistons make history, it doesn't look like it, though. The New York Knicks are just dominating the series. And that will do it. The New York Knicks are NBA champions again. Their 4th title in franchise history. They go back-to-back and win their 4th title in 7 years. Wow. They beat the Pistons, and they get revenge because the Pistons beat them just 2 years ago in the finals. But George Mikan gets his 6th ring. Very impressive. Now we'll see who wins Finals MVP. Last year it was Andy Phillip. Bobby Wanzer has been awesome as well for the Knicks. So we'll see. Nope, it's George Mikan who wins Finals MVP. That is his 5th Finals MVP and the clear greatest of all time so far. George Mikan, 22 points, 8.8 rebounds, 7.2 assists, a steal and a half, a block and a half, 54% shooting from the field against Bill Russell. He dominated. The rookie had no chance. George Mikan is dominating the NBA. We can go through his accolades real quick. I mean, he's got 5 MVPs. He's got 8 Defensive Player of the Year awards, a scoring title. He's got, what, 3, 4, 5, 6 titles and 5 Finals MVPs. Wow. Yeah, George Mikan is absolutely incredible. We've got retirements here in the 1957 offseason. Ralph Stewart actually season-ending injury. Broken vertebrae. Yikes. Okay. That's rough, but yeah, we've got quite a few of retirements. So a few Royals retirements. This Casey Jones at the bottom. Hey, look, Cooper Flag. This Casey Jones is not... We have a Casey Jones in the league. I accidentally had Casey Jones drafted in the 55 draft, so I had to get rid of him. He was drafted actually in 56. He didn't actually play for the Celtics till later on. I was looking at this earlier. He was in the military during the 56-57 season and 57-58 season. So, and then he stuck with his draft, who drafted him in the 56 draft. So, yeah, that's the deal with that. Only one player here in the 1957 NBA draft, so we'll just go with the one pick. The Syracuse Nationals had the worst record in the league once again, and they will select Sam Jones with the #1 overall pick here in the 1957 NBA draft. We still have a bunch of players in free agency. As you can see, though, they do have offers, so they should get on a team. Maurice Stokes resigns with the Nationals. Richie Reagan stays with the Lakers. Frank Ramsey will stay with the Warriors. And Monk Menike, I don't know. He goes to the New York Knicks. We have a new MVP here. It's Bob Cousy. 36 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, and a steal. Bob Cousy is just, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's dragging the St. Louis Hawks to a higher seed because there's no one on his team, basically. This is impressive. 36 points per game is insane. Sam Jones, Rookie of the Year, 15-3-3. Jack Twyman, Sixth Man of the Year. And a new Defensive Player of the Year, Carl Braun, 19-9-5, 2 steals and a block per game. So he's your DPOY. Most improved is Willie Knowles. And now all NBA first team, we got Bob Cousy, Carl Braun, Paul Arizin, who averaged 28 and 12. Where's all his stats? What the heck? Oh, man. That sucks. Does it show? I wonder if it will show all of his accolades still. No, it reset everything. What? Nothing happened. Oh, that's going to make things really difficult to keep track. I mean, we're just going to have to keep track with it. But we don't know all-star appearances. We don't know any of that. Oh, that's terrible. Why did it get reset? I didn't do anything with him. Oh, that sucks. Wow. All right, same with George Mikan. All his history is gone. We don't know how many all-star appearances he made. Or we won't know really all NBA, all defensive, any of that. Damn. That really sucks. Wow. Okay. Let me know in the comments. Maybe if you guys can keep track for me. I mean, I don't know. That really sucks. All right. All NBA second team got Andy Phillip, Frank Selvey, Jack Molinas, Harry Gelton, and Bill Russell on the second team now, averaging 19, 12, and 3 assists, nearly 2 blocks per game. All-NBA third team, we got Bill Gabbert, Bobby Wanzer, Vern Michelson, Jack Coleman, and Mark Workman. All-defense first team, we got Carl Braun, Andy Phillip, Maurice Stokes, Paul Arizin, and George Mikan. Second team all-defense, we got Bobby Wanzer, Frank Selvey, Harry Gallatin, Vern Mickelson, and Bill Russell. League leaders, Bob Cousy led the league in scoring. Arizin was second at 28. Molinas was third at 26. Bill Russell led the league in rebounds per game. Melchor led the league in assists. Gabbert led the league in steals. And Mikan led the league in blocks per game. So, we are on to the playoffs. We got the St. Louis Hawks as the 1 seed. Who's on the Bob Cousy, Hennessy, Knowles, Faust, and Workman. Man, Red Kerr off the bench is pretty good. Bob Cousy is absolutely carrying that team. They'll take on the Minneapolis Lakers. You got the Pistons versus the Royals. Warriors versus the Nationals. Warriors with Dick Rope, Bill Sharman, Chuck Cooper, Bob Pettit leading the team, averaging 21, 9, and 4. Okay. And the Knicks and Celtics are the 2-3 seeds in the East. So here we go. Round 1, the Cincinnati Royals are eliminated by the Pistons. The Warriors are eliminated. The Celtics and the Lakers are eliminated. So we've got the 1 and 2 seeds in the West, the St. Louis Hawks with Bob Cousy. They'll take on the Detroit Pistons with Paul Arizin and Bill Russell. And then in the West, we got the New York Knicks, Andy Phillip, Bobby Wanzer. You got George Mikan on that team. And then they will take on the Syracuse Nationals with Cliff Hagan, Casey Jones, Selvey, Fred Shaws. I believe they have a couple of injuries. Yeah, Maurice Stokes is out. Yikes. Okay, that'll be interesting. Well, for the third time in 4 years, we have an NBA Finals between the Detroit Pistons and the New York Knicks. The Pistons won it a few years ago in 6. The Knicks won it last year in a sweep. So who will win the third time around? For the Pistons, you got Gene Melchor, Chuck Noble, Paul Arizin, Wally Osterkorn, and Bill Russell. For the Knicks, you got Andy Phillip, Bobby Wanzer, Bill McVie, Perry Jameson, and George Mikan. Mikan getting older, though, but remember, last year, Mikan dominated the series, and Bill Russell really struggled to guard him. So we'll see what happens. Can the Pistons get revenge, or will the New York Knicks become the second team in NBA history? Well, actually, technically, the first team, because the Capitals won 2 BAA titles, and then won 2, right? Is that right? No, they won 3 BAA titles, and then 1 NBA Finals. But they won 4 straight technically, but the Knicks can technically be the first team ever to win 3 straight NBA titles. So let's get into game number 1 in New York. And after 1, the Knicks with a 5-point lead. At the half, they have an 11-point lead. The Pistons trying to come back here in game 1. Don't think they have enough here, though. And that'll do it. 108-93. Wanzer with 24 and 7. Phillip with 17. Mikan with 16, 7, and 8. Bill Russell had 23, 11, and 6. Well, he had a great game. 5 turnovers. Not great there. Paul Arizin, a rare, poor shooting game. 21, 9, and 8 in the loss. So the Knicks have a 1-0 series lead. Now on to game 2. The Knicks up 6 after 1. At the half, they're up 11. After 3, they're up by, 26? Wow. Okay, game 2, not even close. 113-81. Phillip with 28 and 7. Mikan with 19, 5, and 4. Paul Arizin again struggled, 23, 9, and 4. Bill Russell with 21 and 6 and 7 blocks. Not enough, though, as we head to game 3 in Detroit. The Knicks with the 5-point lead after 1. At the half, we're all tied up. Through 3, the Knicks have a 3-point lead. Now down to 1:40 and 1:20. The Knicks with a 4-point lead. And I don't think the Pistons can come back here. Yeah, 91-90 is the final score. Milkvi, is that how you say his name? I have no idea. 19 and 7, 5 steals. George Mikan with 16 and 14. Phillip with 12, 3, and 6. Lower scoring game. Paul Arizin 27 and 9. Bill Russell was 16, 13, and 6 and 3 blocks. But the New York Knicks have taken a 3-0 series lead. Now game 4 In Detroit, the Knicks up by 10 at the half. Through 3, up by 23. The Pistons just can't beat the Knicks right now. They just can't. And that will do it. The New York Knicks are NBA champions. They are the first team in NBA history to three-peat. Kind of second, whatever. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think? But the New York Knicks have won 5 of the last 8 NBA titles. Since the Nationals last won, they've won 5 of their last 8. Wow. In between, the Pistons won 2 and the Celtics won 1. The New York Knicks are dominating the league. George Mikan has 7 titles. George Mikan is your finals MVP. 16 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists per game. Not as dominant as last year, but he's the best player on this team. And, I mean, how old is he? He's 33. 33 years old. Now has 7 titles, 6 finals MVPs, 5 regular season MVPs, a scoring title, 8 DPOYs. I mean, this is dominant. George Mikan, by the way, has the most NBA championships in NBA history. He has 7. The Knicks have 5. The Capitals have 4. Wow. Unreal. Unreal. That, by the way, the Knicks have taken the lead as far as NBA championships with 5. Wow. All right. Well, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments. Do you guys consider... Because I know the BAA is technically... It's grouped into the NBA history. So would you guys say the Knicks are the second team or the first team to three-peat? Let me know in the comments below. Because the Capitals three-peated in the BAA, then won the first NBA championship, right? But the Knicks are the first to win 3 straight NBA titles. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. What an episode. George Mike, I honestly didn't... After the Knicks couldn't win those 3 years, I didn't think they would win again. I honestly did not think that Mikan would win more than 4. But he has 7 titles, 6 finals MVPs, 5 regular season MVPs. Just incredible. Incredible. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That like button if you did. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And I will see you guys in the year 1958.